So to get to a question that I'd like to pose to you, as a rabbi whose job it is to care for people and to nurture them spiritually at a time of COVID pandemic, I've seen pictures of you presiding over a funeral in this time frame with someone who passed away at that time during the COVID pandemic. A lot of very difficult things. But you're also someone who has political views, as I do. I describe myself as somewhat progressive. I don't want to put words in your mouth and talk about who you are. I'll let you do that. How do you balance ministering to people who have political views that you find really abhorrent or misinformed at a time of tremendous division, and at the same time have some integrity and not just say anything anybody wants to hear to make them feel good about themselves? But I'll bet you know some people who voted very differently than you would have thought they should, and you still have a relationship with them because I know you, and also you're a rabbi. This is your job. How do you fit all that together at a time like this? I'm interested for myself, but I'm also just interested in a documentary sense of what you do that might just be impossible for a lot of folks. I mean, how does this all fit together?
It's a wonderful question. And if I were forced to answer on one foot, as my rabbinic forebears would have put it, I would say it's complicated.
Yeah.
There are no easy answers.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say that I often struggle with my progressive and my pluralist selves. I certainly feel comfortable identifying both religiously and politically, mostly as progressive. And at the same time, I'm very invested in a project of pluralism, both civically and spiritually. In terms of biblical and other resources, which continue to matter a great deal to me, the foundational teaching of every human being created in the divine image matters. And I try, and I'm sure that I fail at it regularly, but I try to keep that in heart and mind in every interaction that I have. So that means that every single person, before they do or say anything, if created in the divine image, is in fact of inestimable worth. And that means that every human being that I interact with needs to be treated with dignity. It does not mean that I have to approve of what they say or do, or accede to their rhetoric or to their actions. I don't even need to respect necessarily certain of those behaviors or pronouncements, but I still need to try and engage with them in a way that honors their dignity. And I hope and pray that others would grant me the same right.
Yeah.